Hello and welcome to another episode of the DMG Tech Show. I'm your host, Jonathan Parkinson, and in this episode, we're going to take a look at Glance for the Pebble Smartwatch. It's arguably one of the best Pebble Smartwatches Pebble Smartwatch applications you can possibly get for your watch. There is a premium purchase, but I believe you can get the free options. I've had it for so long now, I couldn't quite guarantee on each one of those statements, but it is in there and you can just find out for yourself. I'll put a link in the description. As you see, it gets a 4.4. I personally give it a 5, just the reason it's, as I say, probably the best Pebble Smartwatch app. So when I compare it to other Pebble Smartwatch apps, that's how it kind of rates up to the rest of them. As you can see, there's a bunch of different features here that it shows in here, but what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take a look and go through each one of these and see what other people have to say about it. Oh, okay, not bad. But what we're going to do is that we're going to take a look at the actual watch itself, and I'll go through all the settings of it, and I'll kind of give you a glance of the insides of it, so you don't have to go there and purchase it. Maybe you want to check it out first, and then you can make that decision. So let's get started. Okay, once you have the glance opened up, you can see that first thing you're going to notice probably is that you're going to come up with multiple issues. When I refresh my data, kind of clicks in there. There you go. The reason that's going to be like that is you need to actually go in settings, especially for Android devices. Scroll down to, where are we at? The weather, and you need to make sure the weather's on Yahoo Weather, or otherwise it's not going to work quite as smooth. Taking a look at some of the features you can get, the cool thing about it is the SMS presets. You get up to 20 presets if you've bought the full version. Those are all editable, so you can go in there. I haven't done any of these. These are all these stock ones that come with it. And so you just go in there and change that up. Recipient source, another cool feature is if you get a missed or an incoming call, you can actually go into that missed call or that incoming call from your Pebble Smartwatch and send one of these preset SMS messages. So if you're in a business meeting or something like that and you don't want to pull out your phone in front of everybody, you can just send a quick "hey" in a meeting or whatever you want to say. That's kind of the cool thing about that. Now there's a full other ton of stuff on there. As you see, you can get travel stuff if you take a UK train for all UK users out there. I use that actually quite a bit for getting around London. The next bus app, same thing. If you want to find a stop or any of that type of stuff, you can add that there. You do not need another application. Stocks will be another thing. You can add as many stocks as you want. You just make sure that you put the code as followed by a comma, no spaces whatsoever, and that'll take care of that. Going into the settings, Customise Watch, which is kind of a cool thing. As you're going to notice, you're going to get a few features to change right here. These are the few of the main default screens that you'll get for as far as a custom watch face. To change that up, you'll go into Watch Face Editor, and you'll edit it from there. So you can add whatever you'd like. You can go into one that's already pre-configured and even add some extra stuff to that. So as you see there, I go into that, and just like kind of Canvas works, this works in a similar fashion as that. And another key feature is you can come in here and you can actually show a little what your battery looks like. So if you want to put a small little display in your top right hand corner, you just enable that. If it's hard for you to read the black background with the white font, you can just change it to have the white background with the black font, which I personally prefer. It's a little easier for me to read from in the sunlight and stuff like that. You can also map the buttons. Now the center button, when you're in the actual watch face app, is going to take you to the menus. The menus is going to look like, oops, let's go back, where's that at? The menus will be up here, where you can go to the menu editor, and you're going to get all these within the menu. Now, as you see, there's going to be Music Boss, Pebble Dialer. You will need to also have that installed as a watch face. The reason that it's in here is because a lot of these new applications have it to when you back out of that application, it will take you directly into Glance on your Pebble smartwatch. So it's not going to take you to your default watch face. It will take you to the Glance, which makes it really, really easy because the Glance watch face is utilizable. You can get all your missed calls on it, you can see your weather, you can see your messages, you can see emails, and so forth. Now I will show you in another video how to use Pebble Bits, where you'll remove all the other default watch apps and you'll get it to set up to where Glance will be your main part of your phone, of your Pebble smartwatch, and I recommend that if you are kind of somebody that likes to keep things a little cleaned up. Now another cool thing about that is you can come down to the bottom, like I was saying, and you can configure all these buttons. So as I said, the center button is going to take you into that menu and see all those. But if you want to actually configure some of these buttons to, once you top button, you tap it once, it's going to take me to my weather. If I hold it, it's going to take me to Tasker. Tasker is pretty cool to have in there. There's a lot of people that utilize that. So then you can just go back into your, customize your menu, and I can uncheck those if I have those. So I don't have to have them in here as well as a quick button. You can also adjust where you want the app. So if you want all your most utilized stuff on the very top, just switch them all up there, and that'll take care of that. The final and last little thing that I'm going to tell you about is if you get an error up here, like you just see I got an error there, it probably will fix itself, but if not, you just come in here and click the refresh data. You let this load really quick, and you're going to see I have my glance right there. A quick note, if you do use Pebble Bits and you use the back button to take you to the first app, that's what that means. You need to make sure that glance is in this exact category, so you need to add it first to your list. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have another video up here soon where it'll break down Pebble Bits, where you can add your own custom firmware. It's extremely easy to use, so if you're not a router or any of that type of stuff, don't be afraid. It's very simple. If you don't like it, you can just clean out your phone, or sorry, clean out your Pebble Smartwatch with a factory reset, and it'll take care of everything and put it back to new for you. Not that big of a deal. And that's pretty much when it comes down to the basic understandings of how Glance works. I recommend it 100%. I personally love this application. I don't know exactly how much it costs, but I think it was around $4, $5, give or take. If it is that price, it's kind of worth it, because again, I use my Pebble Smartwatch every single day. So $5 is not that big of a deal if you are into supporting developers. They do take problems, so if you have a problem, you can send a log right there, talk to people. The cool thing about this also is you can save your preferences. So if you get it set up just the way you want and you need to do a factory reset or any of that stuff, it's probably better to back this up, and then you don't have to go through it all again. Just click load preferences, there you go, have everything ready to go. And that's the basic understandings of what Glance is. Again, Glance is full of features. I barely touched on it. You know, it'd take me 20 minutes to make a video on exactly everything you can do here. If there's something in particular that you are looking into, leave a comment in the section below. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible, depending on how busy I am, but it should be within 24 to 48 hours. I try to keep on top of that type of stuff. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.